Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Katelyn from Katelyn Plans, and today I'm going to be showing you the stickers that are in my March sticker release in my Etsy shop. These are already live in my shop. I will link it down below in case you are interested in purchasing any of them. I just wanted to make a video so you could see them in paper, that kind of thing, see how the collection works together, and just give a little explanation behind some of my inspiration for these. So they're already live in my Etsy shop. I have 12 new designs. They are available in both physical sticker sheets and digital versions based on, how you like to receive your stickers. So you have some options. And I'm just going to go ahead and flip through these real fast because I know people really want to see what I have been working on. So I switched to the Freebie. It was a little bit more wintry. Now we're kind of getting into spring, so I wanted to do something that was a little less wintry. So the new Freebie that everyone will get in their order, if you order a digital version, this is linked on your digital purchase receipt so you can download it. And if you order a physical sticker sheet, you'll get one of these in your order. So there's some stars, various tones of yellow, and then we have some fun typography, aim for the stars, and you are magic. I love it. I feel like the colors work well with the yellow tones that are in this collection, so you could really mix and match if you wanted to combine some stuff. So this is the new Freebie. And then since we're getting into a new season, new seasonal quotes. So these ones are available on both paper and clear. These are the spring quotes. And then I played around with a lot of fun different fonts that I have licensed for this. So spring has sprung, despite the forecast, live like it's spring. The garden is my happy place. Sunshine is on its way. Honeybees and flowers, please. Bloom where you are planted. When in doubt, add flowers and stop and smell the flowers. And then to fill in some of the space, because quotes are just kind of awkward shapes, I put a bunch of these little single florals in between them. So you could mix and match and just add a little bit of a decorative element. You could cluster them around the quotes, or you could combine them with different things, but clear and paper for that one. Next up, spring rain. That's the weather we've got. So I did this sheet. It's called Watercolor Rainstorm, and it is rain clouds available on both paper and clear for this one. So you have rain boots, the umbrella, a bunch of these clouds, some raindrops. I like this one on the clear because I feel like it would be really cool to layer these clouds and get some of those different opacities kind of layered together. We've got some quotes in there. When life gives you rain clouds, play in the puddles. Rainy days are my fave. And then the raindrops are kind of clustered together, but there's also a number of them that are just single cut out raindrops. So you could scatter them throughout for a little bit of a confetti element. And it's kind of like a fun polka dot, whimsical rain cloud or rainstorm sticker sheet. Then we've got this one, which is, we're kind of getting into the florals now. So since it's spring, lots of florals in this collection. This one is Radiant Ranunculus. The title. I know that's the name of the flower, but it just gets me every time. So I have them kind of clustered together where there's ones with two of them. We've got some branches, some leaves kind of poking out. And then I added in these yellow daisies just for a pop of color. So this is kind of a fun one where I think you could maybe pair them with some stars. If I can get the star sheet. The stars are a little bit more orangey, but you could definitely cluster it with these. And then you have some single ones. So it's a single bloom over here. There's some little yellow flowers kind of scattered throughout. This one is only available on paper. You've got some little branches of the leaves. So this one's on paper. Another one just available on paper is this one that's called Garden Flora. And there's some clusters with all the elements together. And then you get a lot of the single elements where it's just single blooms. Or I like this one, which is the bud with leaves. And then there's a couple of these little dot stickers floating around that you could cluster together. So you could make your own little bouquets in your planner. You don't have to rely on me for the clustering, but there are some of those if you like to kind of do it that way. So this is the Garden Flora, and the color palette on this one is the color palette that I used for the quotes. So you could pair these together and do a spread, and they would match identically. Then this is one that I've sneaked on my channel before. It is the lovely Lavender, available on paper and on clear, or clear and paper. It's a fun kind of watercolory purple effect underneath a line art lavender thing. And you have a combination of things with multiple stems, single stems, different heights. There's some little purple stars floating throughout. that you could just cluster with them. I find that this layer is really cool with like some vintage inspired stickers. So like if you wanted to put it over like a script washi or some like torn book pages, that kind of thing, I think it gives a nice vintage vibe. So these are the lovely Lavender. Then we have Watercolor Tulips on clear and paper for this one. So you have some options. Again, I love flowers layered over like vintage elements. I think that's kind of what I've been feeling for spring. And the theme for this collection is mostly like watercolor garden. That's what was driving most of the designs. There's a few that I'll show you at the end that are not watercolor garden themed, but watercolor garden is kind of the mood. And you have your options here. They're really vibrant on the paper, and if you like more of like a watercolory effect, the clear is also good. This one, it's sideways, so that says bloom, and then you have the earth laughs and flowers, and some little orangey kind of details around them that you could kind of cluster. Next one is garden variety. I think this is the one that took me the longest to make in this collection because it's just all of these individual vegetables, and I put a lot of care into doing the watercolory effect on this. So you've got all your favorite vegetables: Brussels sprouts, we got a bell pepper, a tomato, tiny little baby tomato, we got asparagus, various peppers, broccoli, a carrot, an eggplant. And then for the confetti element, I decided to do peas. There is a pea pod right up there, but I wanted to do something small that you could like add in, and I thought peas were the perfect element for that. So this is one of my favorites, I think, in this collection. And then I've been watching The Last of Us. I love it. It's such a good show on HBO Max. I think it's HBO Max. But I was inspired to do some mushrooms. I know we're not supposed to be on the mushrooms like side of the Last of Us kind of thing, but I wanted to do some really fun, pretty mushrooms. So this one that's called Fungi is on clear and paper, and they're like red dotted mushrooms. I went for like a watercolor effect on this. I love all the different colors of stars that are interspersed throughout them. You know, like whimsical kind of fairy garden feel. I like them on the clear, I think. And I think, let me show you why, I think they'd be really cool to like overlap or layer with this one, the line art mushrooms. So these are black line art mushrooms. I mean, the title suggests that, but I thought maybe it'd be cool to like layer some of the really detailed line art ones over the really colorful kind of like stylized ones, because these are a little bit more real. I thought it would be cool to combine them. So I did the same stars on the background of both. That way you could mix and match, but this one has some quotes on it too. Available on paper and clear for the line art mushrooms. So we've got these two. I think I prefer this one on the clear, but it just depends on how you like your stickers. If you're planning on something that has like a lot of lines and you just want to block the lines out, you could use this one. If you're layering stickers, I like the clear. So much fun. Let that shiitake go. We've got two options for that. Another one of my favorites from this collection. This one has been the best seller though, which is the Bunnies and Blooms. So what is a garden if not for bunnies? Available on clear and paper. They're kind of watercolory effect there. Everything is really watercolory effect because of watercolor garden. You have bunnies that don't have flowers, and then bunnies that do have flowers, some carrots, and then some individual flowers that you could like cluster maybe with the carrots or over some boxes. I did like a fun line art style, and then I just layered the watercolor underneath that. So they're really defined, but there's a couple different varieties of bunnies here. So like this one is that one, but it's like reversed in a different color and it has flowers. So you've got some options, and I think elements like that kind of like repeat a little bit but aren't exactly the same will help provide some cohesion in your spread. So we've got the Bunnies and Blooms. And then these are the non-garden related ones. I only have two for you. This one's called On a Roll, and it's bread. All the bread puns. You're on a roll. All you need is love. Seriously, dough. The best is yet to crumb. And then you got like a baguette, the croissant, some pretzels, a dinner roll, and some toast. And then a bunch of little green hearts around just to kind of bring everything together. So this is like kind of stylized bread sheet. And then finally, I haven't done circle stickers for the shop, but people have been asking about circle stickers. So I made this sheet that is the abstract geode circles. I went for more of like a pattern abstract thing. and they're cut to the circle shape, so they're circles. They don't have a white border around them. And I did like kind of fun pastel springy colors layered with like some white line art and then like a faux glitter effect. So I think they're really cool in like an abstract way. You could layer them underneath different things. So maybe they would be cool to like, well, maybe not the paper version, but if you took the clear version of the line art mushrooms, you could like layer these. That might be fun. You could do all sorts of different stuff with this, but I thought circle stickers, it's been long overdue, so that's the last sheet in this collection. So here are all the designs for the March sticker collection. They are already live in my Etsy shop if you're interested in ordering any of them. My rep teams codes will work on all of them. I have not swapped over rep teams just yet. The application will go out probably like mid-March, later in March. But my current rep team agreed to stay on for an extra month to just help me out because things were a little hectic. So you can still use their rep codes to save 15% off on these stickers. And you'll find them on Instagram. I think I shared it in my YouTube community tab a while back. But this is what I've got for the collection. I think my two favorites are probably the vegetables and the line art mushrooms. I'm very excited to plan with the abstract geode circles because I think that would be like a cool spread to make. I've already used the Ranunculus in my daily planner, and they were really fun to cluster with like different boxes from stickers that I already have in my collection, that kind of thing. I'm using the garden variety one in my daily right now, and I love that. So all sorts of different things, but spring, like watercolor spring, is the theme that I'm going for with this collection. Let me know down below which one is your favorite, and again, I'll have everything like linked. I'll link the Etsy shop down below in case you are interested in checking them out. So there you have it. If you like this video, hit that like button down below. You can also subscribe to my channel for more fun planner related content and follow me over on Instagram at Katelyn Plans, where I share after the pen photos as well as photos of spreads that did not get videos. Thanks for watching and happy planning.